Kwanza MPs, the head of state accused the lawmakers of derailing government bills by missing house sittings and opposing some of the bills. President Ruto called on the lawmakers to expedite passage of the affordable housing bill.
Speaking in Lake Naivasha Resort in a meeting that had brought together members of the cabinet and legislatures, President William Ruto has urged them to take stock on the government's performance and progress. The head of state has put on notice Kenya Kwanza legislators for failing to support the government's initiative.
We all went to the elections. We campaigned on the same podium. You heard me talk about housing. You heard me talk about universal health coverage. When it comes to implementation, sasa watu wanaanza sijui sasa unajua hii kitu imekaa sijui namna gani. Sasa mlikuwa mnafikiri hii kitu itafanyika namna gani? This is how it's going to happen. You know, when the rubber meets the road, don't start kusema ilikuwa ikaenda ikarudi. Hapana. We stay the course.
While listing the progress that the government had done, the president blamed the parliamentarians for not doing enough to link Kenyans with foreign job opportunities.
I have talked about this thing in every meeting, continuously. Sasa wewe wakati unageti kwa hiyo mkutano hivi, unasikia president huyu anasema iko nurses. Wewe ujiulize kwa kichwa hii nurses, ukitoka hapo kwa hiyo mkutano, si unaenda kutafuta mahali hiyo iko nurses, hawa nurses iko. Friends, because I still see people here saying we are not aware. You are not aware. Sasa mnataka nifanye nini? Mnataka nisimame wapi? Nisimame niweke volume kiasi gani? As we are talking today, listen members of leaders, as we are talking today, Bora is here. Where is Mwadime or that other gentleman? Yes, that Mwadime is there, the PS concerned. We still need 2,000 nurses.
President Ruto still maintains the affordable housing project must be implemented, calling on the Kenya Kwanza MPs to debate and pass the bill that is in the August House.
You know, and even those who are opposed to the housing program, it is not because they don't know that it is the right thing. Their problem is that it is us who are implementing, not them. It is just as simple as that. That is their quarrel. In fact, when I had one of our friends say yesterday, when, I don't know the day yesterday or the day before, that when he sees things, he feels like crying. It is true. Because they are now wondering, it was actually true that housing was possible, and we wasted time on reggae. You know, they feel like crying because they can actually see this housing was actually possible. So that's what it is. Many people thought it was not possible. They can now see that it is possible.
The president, however, acknowledged the efforts being taken by members of his team in the realization of the government's agenda.
We will need to collectively, you know, and I like what Ishunga said, there is no other government in parliament. It is our members of parliament. You are the government. So don't stop pointing at some government. There is no other government. So members, I'm talking to many people here. Mutapita mutiani if you do what I'm telling you. Yeah? You will, we are setting up the exam for 2027. So, mujipange.
Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Setting up the exam for 2027, the question remains who will mark those exams and what will be the grades. Staying with the same retreat is that President William Ruto has told off former President Uhuru Kenyatta for expressing frustration over some government decisions. Speaking during the opening of a joint National Executive and Kenya Kwanza Parliamentary Group meeting, or a consultative meeting in Naivasha, the head of state said that the former President Uhuru Kenyatta used his time to champion for BBI reggae instead of the affordable housing project.
And William Ruto didn't spare to reiterate on the former president's criticizing remarks on his government. Uhuru Kenyatta idiomatically comparing Kenya Kwanza leadership to a driver who keeps on looking at the rear mirror, which he argues this can drive the country into a ditch.
Kama wewe ndio umepatiwa steering wheel ya kuendesha, kama ni county ya Nyandarua, kama ni constituency hii, kama ni nchi ya Kenya, pale popote, kama wewe ni kiongozi wa maana, kiongozi wa maana anashika steering wheel, anaangalia mbele. Sio kila saa kuangalia rear view ati ametoka wapi. Unaangalia mbele. Ukiwa mtu wa kuendesha ukiangalia rear view mirror, wewe ni mtu wa kupeleka gari katika
However, the president wouldn't hesitate to give a response as he blew his own trumpet on the current government projects, saying they are indispensable, contrary to the previous regimes.
In fact, when I had one of our friends say yesterday, when, I don't know the day yesterday or the day before, that when he sees things, he feels like crying. It is true. Because they are now wondering, it was actually true that housing was possible, and we wasted time on reggae. You know, they feel like crying because they can actually see this housing was actually possible. Even those who are opposed to the housing program, it is not because they don't know that it is the right thing. Their problem is that it is us who are implementing, not them.
On his side, his deputy Rigathi Gachagua didn't temporize to defend his boss leadership, where he continued to censure the retired president, saying that it is important to retrace to avoid occurrence of the same mistakes that almost led the country into a state of liquidity.
I had somebody saying that you should not look at the rear mirror. I want to encourage you to continue looking at the rear mirror, because the inventor of the motor vehicle was not mad by putting the rear mirror. In your leadership, Your Excellency, you have made it very clear that no Kenyan should be left behind. So you must continuously continue looking at the rear mirror to make sure that all Kenyans are on board and they are not left behind.
Nevertheless, Uhuru Kenyatta was advising the current leaders to let go of the past and focus on critical issues affecting Kenyans at the moment, where he spoke at a burial of the wife to the former Cabinet Secretary Amos Kimunya in Nyandarua County. Ruga Ival, Lookuptv.
Now, leaders of majority in the National Assembly and the Senate have called on Cabinet Secretaries to make use of the opportunity to appear before both houses. The duo, Kimani Ichung'wah and Aaron Cheruiyot, called on the CSs to ensure they use the opportunity to expound on a government agenda and projects being implemented under their dockets.
After legislators in March of 2023 amended Standing Order 25A to allow a cabinet secretary to expound on government policy and answer to questions regarding their dockets, a section of cabinet secretaries have taken initiative, with others yet to appear before either houses. Today, during the government retreat in Naivasha, Nakuru County, National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah has called on CSS to make good use of the opportunity to appear before the House to expound on the happenings in their dockets, taking the opportunity in what looked like a dig aimed at ICT CS Eliud Owalo to urge CSs who have been skipping such sessions to honor summons.
Our cabinet secretaries, every time you find an opportunity to come and answer to a question or to a statement requested by a member of parliament, please take that time as also an opportunity to espouse on government policy. And maybe, for instance, I don't know, CS Eliud Owalo has not been there, for instance. If you get an opportunity to answer to a question, take that opportunity to also challenge us as members of parliament to also be a bit quick in pushing through government agenda, especially something like the ICT hubs.
Ishungwa further emphasized on the importance of the sessions, as it was not only a conversation with legislators, but also an opportunity to appraise Kenya's own government projects being implemented in their respective dockets.
And by speaking to members of parliament from the floor of the House, you will also have an opportunity to speak to the country at a prime time when many Kenyans are watching. And I'm happy cabinet secretaries like the Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen has done very well in taking advantage of even very difficult questions.
With President William Ruto calling on MPs to pass the affordable housing bill, the majority leaders from both houses promised to ensure the bill is passed in the next few days.
Your Excellency, we also have the national government administration laws that are also bound to come to the Assembly this session. Also the NADCO report, our affordable housing bill, which, Your Excellency, I'm happy to report we began debate last week on Thursday, so that we're able to conclude with that debate and be able to process the bill forward to the Senate so that they're able to advertise it by Friday, do their public participation, and we get a new affordable housing bill before the next payroll.
We are anxiously awaiting the housing bill, which the Honorable Lichungwa has spoken about. Once our colleagues in the Assembly conclude on it, we will definitely consider it.
Ian Keitane, Lookuptv.
Bar owners in Kirinyaga County are pleading with the county boss and Mumbi Waiguru to allow them to open their businesses as usual as the county kicks off the vetting and verification procedures for fresh licensing, noting that they have incurred heavy losses since the closure directive was given by the governor.
We deregister all of them and start the process of vetting afresh. Ndio hii maneno iskaendelee.
Following Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru's order for immediate closure of all bars in the county in the wake of recent incident that has seen loss of lives, bar owners are honestly calling on the county boss to allow them to open up their business as usual, saying that they are willing to comply with all directives the governor has issued to help them fight the illicit liquor menace in the county.
Sisi hatuna vita na county government ya Kirinyaga, na yenye tunaomba ni sisi tufunguliwe kazi. Hakuna mahali tunaunga mkono wenye wanapika pombe mbaya. Mambo ya pombe mbaya tulikataa. Na sisi kama association ya Kirinyaga Bar Owners Association tulisema hatutaki pombe mbaya. Na kama kunayo pombe mbaya iko na watu wanapika, sisi tutamuunga mkono kupigana na hiyo. Hatuitaki na tutaki hiyo pombe mbaya.
The bar proprietors further said that they should not be punished for the errors of few rogue operators who do not want to adhere to the law, and they will play a key role in ensuring the traders sell only the good liquor.
We are saddened with the circumstances leading to these deaths, and hereby we wish to extend our solemn condolences to bereaved families and those who are already maimed by consumption of this illicit bill. We as an association of bar owners would like to disassociate ourselves with these criminal activities and condemn the perpetrators of this brew in the strongest term possible.
Tuko tayari kufuata nini? Sheria zote ziko.
General economy has come to a standstill since the directives was issued, and they are incurring huge losses, further calling for the honest commencement of the vetting process to save them from recording more losses.
We are ready to pay the licenses ya mwaka wa 2024. Hivyo tunamuomba kama kuna verification anataka kufanya katika filamu yetu, badala ya kutufungia, atufungulie, watu yake wakunje wakiendelea wakiangalia, mtu akikumbaliwa aendeshe biashara yake. Hiyo ndio tu ombi yenye tuko nayo. Wengi sana wanaumia. Na sio tu watu wa pombe wanaumia. Kwa saa hii ukienda hata kwa zile biashara zingine watu wameumia. Watu wa biashara ya nyama haikuliwi, watu wamefunga kwa njia njana.
MCS prepare to pass new laws that will help in streamlining the sale, consumption and production of alcoholic drinks in the county.
Once the 10 counties approve the bill, I can assure and guarantee the residents and actually Mount Kenya region there will be a common bill in alcoholic consumption and usage and bars approval.
George Kayesi, Lookuptv.
Thank you very much, George Kayesi, for that particular story. And on that note, we take a short breather. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
superior homes because they're a company that represents winning in an area where majority of people have questions. The real estate sector.
The last 3 years have been a lot of growth in the business, personally as well, a lot of learning, and also just positioning the business in a way that will see continued growth in a sustainable manner for the next, decade, 20 years. And to me, that's been what I would say, if I had to summarize, is the hallmark of the last 3 years.
Tere, mambo ni mawili, kufikisha, kumwaga na kurudi. Kulala ni mwaka mpya.
Bua muka we mse. Nini mbaya? Wewe kwani wani vile dereva anaendesha gari vibaya, lazima tususe. Anaendesha gari na kwa simu the whole time, hata angalia barabara. Wewe dereva wewe, mwaka iliyopita peke yake watu zaidi ya 3,000 walipoteza maisha yao barabarani kwa sababu ya tabia kama hizo. Hautatuangamiza tukiona.
Naomba msamaha, nitampeleka vizuri.
Si wameomba msamaha. Sasa tuende tusafiri kwa mwendo wa aste.
Dere Smart hufikisha abiria salama. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na NTSA kwa ushirikiano na European Union.
Are you an SME looking for a media partner? Look no more, as Lookuptv got you covered for all your visibility and marketing needs. We at Lookuptv understand your business needs and want to work with you on your marketing journey, giving you solutions that will take you to the next level. Call us today on 0707 572 358 or send an email to sales@lookuptv.co.ke and kickstart this amazing journey. Welcome to Lookuptv, your official SME media partner.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, regarding the same issue of illicit brew, tonight on Your Opinion Matters, we'll look at the closure of bars and how the government is dealing with the fight against illicit brew. Let's take a look at what Kenyans had to say.
Ni wachunguze tu kampuni zenye zinauza pombe, wajue kila kampuni na zikuwe registered. Hatutakufa walevi.
For those people who are found selling those illicit brew, yenye iliua watu wengi, na maoni yangu ni government iwachukulia hatua na washike. Kwa sasa watakuwa wakishikwa na waachiliwe tena, wataisafanya the same mistake kutengeneza alcohol yenye haichapitishwa na quality control.
Mimi ni mechanic, nafanya kwa garage. Sasa kwa hiyo story ya hiyo pombe, so inabidi tu watu wachore kunywa hizo pombe za pesa kidogo, juu unaona ziko na madhara mingi na zisaidiba bado. Lakini sasa kama mtu ana do, si lazima akunywe hiyo pombe.
Kama yeye mwenyewe angekwanza angekunywa, uone kama yeye atakufa. Juu anapikia vitu venye watu wanawaua. Hiyo juu ni kitu ameuza miaka mingi. Kwa hivyo hata serikali kama inajua. Najua kushikwa na kuachiliwa. Sio ni serikali tu haijawa, hata yeye yenyewe inakubali. Juu anafikishwa na achiliwa.
Maoni yangu kuhusiana na hiyo illicit brew yenye iliua watu ni watu wakuwe waangalifu sana, especially kwa wale wenye wako rural areas, wanaenda kukunywa pombe kwa wale kwa places yenye, kwa wale watu wanatengeneza pombe yenye haijapitishwa na quality control. So what I can advise for those who are those who wants to take alcohol, maybe they can go and get the from the registered premises.
Okay, kwa history ya pombe tunasikia. Okay, unajua huwezi bagua ni gani mzuri ama ni gani mbaya, inalingana na venye unaitumia. Kuna wanaitumia zaidi.
Those are some of the views, takes and opinions from Kenyans on the illicit brew. Despite the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua fight for the illicit brew that has seen many people or many Kenyans losing their lives and others even losing their sight. Kenyans on their side now wants those responsible to be taken and legal action. Maven Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Amidst efforts to eradicate the scourge of insecurity, Samburu Governor Lati Lelelet has inaugurated a fortified camp to help the residents, citing the continuous violence from bandits that disrupts learning to the neighboring Morija school, and called on Interior CS Kithure Kindiki to intervene in the security issue in the area.
In a bid to address the escalating insecurity caused by bandits' attacks in the Lorian village of Angata na Nyoike ward, the Samburu County government has taken decisive action. Governor Lati Lelelit, accompanied by key officials, inaugurated a fortified rangers camp aimed at bolstering security and safeguarding residents from imminent danger. During his visit at a local school renowned for its exemplary performance, Governor Lelelit expressed dismay at the prevailing insecurity and urged Interior CS Kithure Kindiki to intervene promptly.
Morijo ambaye inaangaliana kila siku inapigwa risasi iko na watoto 700, almost 800, 700 and something. Na hiyo watoto wametoka kila mahali Kenya. Mimi nataka kualika Waziri Kindiki tutembee na hiyo shule ndio tuweze kuweka hata askari karibu na hiyo shule. Kambi moja ya askari Morijo Secondary School.
Located on the outskirts of Morijo town, where the echoes of bandits' gunshots reverberate with alarming frequency, the camp stands as a beacon of hope for locals, beleaguered by fear and uncertainty.
Keeping these students here, and the security situation is deteriorating every day. If we are assured of security, then we'll be very grateful. We thank the county government. They've given us NPR to protect the students. But honestly, it is traumatizing. As it is currently, even getting supplies from Marral to this place, it's a nightmare. Because people bringing supplies keep on fearing because of the attacks that take place even at the roads in this area. Anybody mentioning Morijo, they talk of bandits. We want the narrative to change.
Recognizing the profound impact of continuous gun violence on students' psyche, the governor implored for tangible measures to restore a sense of safety and normalcy. Martin Masharia, Lookuptv.
Insecurity continues to be an issue in some parts of the North Rift region, despite efforts by the government to silence guns in sections of the valley. Samburu County is one county that insecurity continues to be thorn in the flesh. Crossing over to Bungoma County now, and teen moms in Bungoma County have reason to smile after an offer to continue with the education to hone their skills was presented to them. Kageha, a student at Chwele Technical College, a mother of twins who was disowned by her parents after becoming pregnant, talks about the benefits of getting trained in that particular college.
Meet Esther Kageha, a young mother of twins, delighted after gaining notable skills while learning at the Chwele Vocational Training Center. She has been studying while her children are taken care of in the same institution. Esther says that after getting pregnant, she was kicked out by her parents and life became unbearable.
Tulivurugana na wazazi wakanitoa kwa boma. Nilikuwa naishi kwa aunt. Sijakuwa hivyo rahisi. Kukuja kwangu hapa haikuwa rahisi, but at least saa hii naweza sema ni rahisi juu saa hii najua kushona. Hata kama bado sijapata machine, nimekuwa nikikaa kwa mtu nikimsaidia kushona na ananilipa. But sasa hivi vile nimepata yangu, at least inakuwa rahisi.
After joining Chwele Technical College, however, Esther explained that she has gained skills and getting the sewing machine will enable her to cater for her needs and that of her children.
At least sasa hii naweza jikeep, naweza saidia watoto wangu. At least sasa hii naweza fanya kitu juu mimi naishi rentals, sahi naweza jilipia rent, sahi sitegemei mtu sababu ya hii training nimejifunza.
Peter Simiyu, who is the chairman of the Najijali project, which has now sponsored 50 teen mothers, says that the program focuses on helping the needy children and those that have been abandoned.
Tunashirikiana kwa kufunza watoto ambao wamepata mimba za mapema. Tunawafunza katika tailoring and garment making. Kwa hivyo tulishirikiana na county government kupitia kwa Chwele VTC kuweza kusomesha hawa wasichana ili waweze kujitegemea katika maisha.
However, Godfrey Wamalwa has asked the community to be responsible in raising their children and to stop violence against children.
People are taking that advantage. Wanasema tu msichana akipata mimba, siku na Rotary iko pale tasaidia, nitatupatia hizo vitu. Ni ukweli? Hapana, we are not after that. Tuko hapa tuweze kusaidiana.
Since its establishment in 2022, Chwele Vocational Principal notes that the exercise has been a success thanks to partnerships with different organizations to get resources and funding.
That project with them in the year 2022. I've gone through so many thorough trainings with these people. They can really harass you, but for a good cause. That is what I've gone through to be where I am.
Maureen Bosire, Lookuptv.
The government now says that there is a need to explore new frontiers to diversify export-based investments in areas like sustainable agriculture and clean energy. Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi said that Kenya presents a conducive business environment, has a strong democracy and business-friendly policies which are advantageous for potential investors.
Speaking when he represented President William Ruto during the second Canada-Africa Business Forum held in Nairobi on Monday, Prime CS said Kenya's strategic location makes it a natural getaway to three strategic economic blocks, namely the East African Community, common markets for Eastern and Southern Africa, and the African Continental Free Trade Area. Mudavadi added that the country is ripe for business, calling on investors to invest in Kenya.
A significant milestone as we gather to strengthen the ties between our nations and explore new avenues strengthening our collaboration. Your presence here underscores the value of deepening partnership between Kenya and Canada, and I am confident that our discussions will be mutually beneficial. Allow me to reflect briefly on our last engagement in October 2023, where we connected virtually amidst challenging times. Despite the barriers, it was evident that our commitment to fostering partnerships between Canada and Africa remains solid and unwavering.
Mudavadi also indicated it is important that Kenya builds a good relationship, thus bringing cooperation with Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya presents a conducive business environment, having a strong democracy and business-friendly policies which are advantageous for potential investors.
Cabinet Secretary for Investments, Trade and Industry of Kenya, Rebecca Miano, who was also in attendance, said that the government has taken measures to strengthen investment between Kenya and Canada.
It is very gratifying to witness steady progress in efforts geared towards expanding investment and commercial opportunities between Canada and Kenya, and we do extend a very, very warm welcome to the delegation that has arrived from Canada.
Lona Lorraine Ombuya, Lookuptv.
Let's have some sporting action now, and Kenya national men's volleyball team head coach Gideon Terus has announced a provisional squad of over 20 players that will be seeking to participate in the All-African Games slated for 8th to 20th of March 2024. Ofalme will be seeking to make a comeback after 13 years of drought. Some of the players included in the squad are Joshua Kimaru, Wilson Chiriot, James Mutero, among others. The round of 32 matches of the FKF Mozart Bet Cup will be held this coming weekend. The fixtures will see Kenya Police take on Posta Rangers. Silibwet will tackle Sofapaka. Defending champions Kakamega Homeboys will lock horns with Solian City, while Premier League champions Gor Mahia will play Denmark, among other fixtures. The winner of the tournament will, of course, represent the country in the CAF Confederation Championships. Now, Dudutech football team trounced Conference League champions Fantasy 3-1 in an exciting Naivasha Super Cup encounter played at Kihoto Stadium in Naivasha. The second edition of the Naivasha Super Cup will feature 124 teams for both male and female teams. Now, the edition is set to kick off this weekend, where the winner of the edition will be awarded 200,000 shillings.
Niko sawa, endelea. Wewe ondoka kabisa.
Kenyan international chess player Cyprian Mbabu posted incredible performance in the first edition of the International School Chess Championships. Mbabu from Crawford School showed his prowess in the under-14 category, while African under-8 years champion Winnie Keburu from Brookside are the winner of the girls category, among other results.
There's definitely a lot of good players. I competed against Henry Rosen and won. Overall, it's really fun.
The tournament has been very good so far. Today I have the highest points in the tournament, but so far it's been my first tournament and it's been a very good experience. The chess club in our school is very accommodating. We have a wonderful coach who helps us every week, just helping us improve our skill. And of course, our patron here.
This takes us back to the year 2003 when I started the chess club in the school, and the year of starting the club, we actually won the National League Championships. And since that time, the club has continued to grow, and we have churned out many chess champions going to different parts of the world and starting chess clubs in different parts of the world, in the universities, in different colleges and so on.
This has been one of the greatest events. We have had 60 schools from international schools who participated. A total of 400 students participated, and yesterday we had a total of 400 students whom we selected 100 who have met today in the finals. We have had one of the best awards in the schools. The winner have walked away with a new HP laptop. Of course, the winner in the under 14 category and the winner in under 18 categories. Yeah, from here we have offered to give 2 slots to join the national team in Africa Youth, which will be happening in June in South Africa.
Well, that is all that we had for you. And on that note, we wrap up this particular bulletin. Do have yourself a wonderful night.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to info@lookuptv.co.ke.
Aki madam tu no